guys, out here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Oh man, odds are you probably know what I'm already going to talk about a little bit. It is a brand new dungeon, a way to ascend your artifacts inside Raid Shadow Legends. Some new content and a new update dropping for you guys. Plenty of other stuff from what I hear as well, so still be on the lookout here, obviously. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notifications, and don't miss a thing. Today, I want to go over briefly what the new update is, give my thoughts on what kind of champions are going to be good for the new boss, for the new dungeon, give my thoughts overall on everything, but I also want to touch on the community reaction because this news actually dropped around, I don't know, 4 hours or so ago from my recording, and I kind of like to wait a little bit, a few hours after new updates drop or the new information drops. That way I can kind of react to the community reaction with you guys as well, and then you guys can give your feedback based on what other people are saying and what obviously how you feel about the content. So anyway, I'm not going to watch the entire video, but I will have it linked for you guys in case you haven't seen it yet, the official Raid Shadow Legends video. But I do want to go over some of the parts as I mentioned, and let's go ahead and start with Artifact Ascension. Artifact Ascension, very similar to Champion Ascension. Again, as I said, we're going to watch it in double time speed together and quickly react.
Hear the name and you automatically think of Champion Ascension, and you wouldn't be far off. While there are obvious differences between champions and artifacts, the core idea is the same, drawing out the latent power of your artifacts to make you stronger. With Artifact Ascension, each artifact you ascend will receive additional stat bonuses. To do this, you'll need to spend a new resource.
See those stat bonuses? It goes on the main stat. So look at those 6-star boots, fully ascended, an additional 12 speed. Wow.
Source called Oil, which you can think of as somewhat similar.
I guess it's a good time to talk about the very first controversy of this new content. First of all, I'm going to give my full opinion towards the end of the video, okay? But I don't think it's all bad personally. I just don't want to sound like I'm just complaining. But a lot of people, you need to recognize, right? This is going to be random which stat you get on each artifact. And I'll show you the chart in just a moment here. But the problem is some of the best gear that you have on your account will no longer be the best gear you have on your account, because think about it, if you have these speed boots with like a quad roll of crit rate, you love them or something, and then you get like a flat stat, you know, whatever, a stat that you don't want, not speed on the boots, for example, or if you have a defense-based champion, you roll a bunch of attacks on the Ascension, it's going to be random, there's going to be no rerolls yet, so some of your best artifacts aren't going to be as good anymore.
This, you'll need to spend a new resource called Oil, which you can think of as somewhat similar to affinity potions. However, you don't need to worry about matching affinities or rating different keeps on different days to get specific oils. You only have to get one kind of oil, and
so this is the new dungeon, Sand Devil's Necropolis.
It's available in one dungeon. You'll need to be at least level 38 to start using Artifact Ascension, and keep in mind, it's geared towards upcoming endgame content, which will really ramp up the difficulty. As for existing dungeons, you won't
upcoming endgame content
need Artifact Ascension if you're already clearing them with these, but it'll help make grinding for artifacts for Ascension that much quicker. As for accessories, you won't be able to ascend them just yet. You will in the future though, so stay tuned. Now, let's get into the mechanical meat and potatoes. Artifacts must be at least rank 4 and
so no ascending yet. That will be in the new dungeon that they showed next to this new dungeon.
Be upgraded to level 12 if you want to ascend them. Rarity doesn't matter, so you can ascend a common artifact if you really want to. The oil needed for Ascension comes in 3 types: lesser, greater, and superior. Lesser oil will get your artifacts to Ascension levels 1 and 2, greater for levels 3 and 4, and finally superior to get levels 5 and 6. Like with Champion Ascension, the stars on your artifact will turn from gold to purple as you ascend. And that's it. You don't need silver or other resources to ascend, just that sweet, sweet oil. Once an artifact reaches Ascension level 1, it gains a single bonus stat, and each subsequent Ascension level increases that one bonus stat. Each artifact type has a set pool of bonus stats that it can have, which you'll see in the handy little table on screen right now. And before you go,
these are the stats that you can randomly roll on each artifact. As I said, these are the, you know, you can screenshot this if you want to. There you go. So again, you might get, you know, attack flat stat on your boots, you know, that would really suck, you know, so.
When screenshot the table, don't worry. This cheat sheet will be in the Artifact Ascent tab in-game for reference. At the time of making this video, you cannot re-roll this bonus stat if you rework an ascended artifact. However, we may change flaming torches.
All right, I wanted to get to this, guys. I want to get to this. You'll notice something here. It's kind of like a potion keep. It's basically the same thing as a potion keep for the most part, like regular Ascension of Champions. But kind of like the Iron Twins, dude. And this is the other, like, big issue right now. This is why people are really raging. I guess number 2. Number 1 is that some of their artifacts are randomly not going to be that great because it's all random and there's no rerolls. Number 2, and this is the big one, is you'll notice over here, it costs freaking energy. Oh, man, it does feel a little bit like it's just milking more resources out of us, doesn't it? I'm going to give you the, you know, glass half full perspective, but there's no way around it, man. That really sucks. So let's talk a little bit about the boss here. The boss is going to be a normal 5-man battle, and it's actually going to be a boss that can be put to sleep, okay? Not every turn, but basically every other turn. So that makes sleep probably the most worthless debuff in the game outside of arena in some niche situations. It makes it actually viable and kind of exciting to have. That's really cool. Champions like, and again, I'll link this entire thing. I'm not going to watch the whole thing for you guys. But first of all, this boss Doesn't it look like a Mashalt, like a Big Daddy Mashalt? Doesn't it look like, I mean, kind of cool looking boss. I will give them that. Again, you can see the entire list of abilities in the show notes below. But really, I think champions that cleanse, champions that debuff are going to be best against this boss. Champions like Sify, who's good everywhere, is going to be incredible. I think poisoners are going to be nice. A champion like Bad El Khazar, if you're lucky enough to have him, I think is going to be fantastic. I'll bring tons of strategy guides for this new content and this new boss to you guys as well. Looks like a pretty interesting boss, but I am a little worried about, and I guess this will bring us to our third factor that people are kind of upset about, is the time sink here. You can see already full health, 2 minutes and 27 seconds into this battle. It's going to add another thing for us to farm and do every single day in the game. I want to go ahead and scroll right down to the comments. Let's give him a thumbs up. Let's give him a thumbs up. All right, I want to scroll right down to the comments, and let me go ahead and resize this a little bit, and let me put myself on the other side. Sorry guys, this is when we don't edit videos. This is how sloppy it gets here. I'm a mediocre Raid Shadow Legends YouTuber. What do you expect from me? I said more energy, neat boss though. I'll thumbs up my own comment because that's the kind of guy I am. Number one comment, imagine having the energy to farm this along with everything else you need to farm. That's the number one comment on the video. And let me be real with you guys. This is a, a very nice version of the mean comments I'm seeing everywhere on Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit today. More content means more time. Literally the second one. I really hope you address this issue permanently. That way we can enjoy the new content. This dude says, wasting energy again. Why no special keys? And that's the thing, right? Is they could give us the special keys, aka Faction Wars, aka Doom Tower. Not like, it seems like they're just trying to make dungeons all take energy no matter what, as we saw with Iron Twins and now with this. The Twin Tower also needs to cancel waste of energy, number 2. And the task that forces you to go to campaign battles 500 times a month should be reduced to 300. Okay, next up we got Leo Oliveira says, looks like they really didn't care for us complaining about the energy cost of the Iron Twins. Krish says, firstly, energy refills are only 130. They need to be increased to like 500 or 1,000 per refill, because with Super Raise, the amount of energy you would need to decrease energy requirements down 50% in order to change it to 1,000 energy per refill and only keep it at 130. So listen, energy is starting to be the biggest issue. And the other thing is that Chris Galt says it nicely here. Thank you for the constant stream of new updates. Very cool. And I have to be real with you guys. You know, this is where I be glass half full for a little bit here, right? I am, I love the new content, man. You know, I'm really applaud Plarium for bringing out more new content, especially given everything that they're going through. I know some of you guys, it bothers you me saying that, but hey, welcome to the freaking reality of the world that we live in, right? They're under attack, right? And they're all working from home or basements or wherever, you know, or a different country. So the fact that they're bringing out new content, like, massive round of applause. However, it's just not, I'm thinking about the overall player base, right? And me as a content creator, right? I want people to like Raid Shadow Legends. That way I can still continue to upload on this channel, right? I'm not going to stop uploading, but like, because I love the game and I love the community and I love connecting with you guys every day. But, you know, the more the merrier, you know? So I want new players not to be overwhelmed. And right now, let's face it, we haven't even talked about this. And this hole in my hat is a little, distracting, huh? Sorry about that. But the thing is, guys, is I don't want new players to be super overwhelmed. And with all these new dungeons and things you need to do, like ascending champions, blessing champions, ascending artifact, blessing artifacts, a million dungeons and faction wars and keys and glyphs and Doom Tower, and there's a lot for new players. Not to say a lot is not a good thing. It's nice to keep the players that we already have super engaged with all this content, but at the same time, I just worry about new players getting a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe some sort of a catch-up mechanic, maybe after 40 years or so, it might be time to institute something like that to keep new players attracted to the game, rather than have them pointing, not to mention 2 clan bosses and all. I mean, it's awesome to have this much content, even though personally, I still want PvP. Imagine not doing Iron Twins as there are no daily objectives and you forget to farm it, let alone having the energy or the time to commit to everything else in Raid. Now farm Ascensions for your best gear. Guys need to add some serious quality of life updates to help with the grind. And then keep adding nice features only if time investment is worthwhile. Honestly, guys, you can see almost all of the comments are about that. I think it would be really cool, Plarium, if you're watching, and I know a few of you guys are, love you guys, maybe just give us more energy as a start, maybe tick up that energy, keep us playing more, get your average play time up, increased a little bit. I think that'd be really, really cool. Yeah, multi-battles are really cool. Super raids are really cool. Let's keep going in that direction. The more awesome content you keep adding to the game, let's go ahead and bring in some quality of life changes to make us be able to afford us the luxury of actually being able to enjoy the new content while keeping some semblance of a life outside Raid Shadow Legends and not having to waste all of our energy or be limited by the finite resources rather than actually enjoying all the cool, compelling content you're adding to the game. Let me know if you agree with me or you disagree with me in the comments below, guys. I love you all. Thank you for watching until the end. And as always, take care, guys.